It's a long time since I've seen this story. What's up, guys? This is gonna be a playthrough of the well-known franchise at this point, but this is called Kingdom Hearts, as you guys may have noticed as well. This is being played on a PS2. Keep that in mind. As well, I am actually upscaling this through an HDMI output as well. This may look different if you were to ever play this on your own PS2, like maybe through a component cable. But as far as I know, this has been looking much better. Another note that I want to keep in mind is I will be skipping all the movie cutscenes, mainly because my disc is actually pretty scratched up. So keep that in mind. The cutscenes don't load as they should be, but if you want, you can always look for other guides or even possible cutscene guides as well. I've seen a few happen, and worst comes to worst, I can always just leave a link down in the description. See which one you may want to note, and I'll just mention to you. I'll just mention to you guys when is the next cutscene gonna come. But for other movie cutscenes, and I mean movie cutscenes as in like, you know, the opening cutscene that's gonna be happening. Obviously, for copyright reasons, I can't play that as well. But just keep that in mind when we start playing. Anyways, I think I'll just stop talking and let's just play this game. Alright then. Another thing is that I will be playing on Expert. I have played this game for quite a while, so I think I'm more or less already accustomed to it, but you know. Alright then. Alright. Alright, guys. So, if you haven't noticed, like, as the tutorial mentioned, you know, you can still run, walk. I don't know if many people actually use this, but you can also walk as well. You just need to tilt it very, very smoothly. Okay guys, so as in this scenario, you have the sword, the shield, and then the staff. What you do with these is actually, it really depends all on you, you know. And what I mean by that is the shield, the sword, and the wand actually have an effect to how you actually play. It affects the way your game style, essentially. And the way this works is that you get an ability bonus if you choose one, but once you choose one, you also have to sacrifice another. And what would that mean is that it would actually affect your stats in the game. So there's no really right way, and to be honest, you can also really skip this. But as for me, I think I'll go with shield, essentially only because during expert mode, Dude, I don't think anybody's gonna be surviving this. Ah, damn it. But at the very least, I need that little shield boost to help me survive at least. Okay, so we have magic and sword. We have the sword and the magic, and like I said, like I had mentioned as well, there's really no right way to actually choose. But if I was to pick, I think I would go with sword. The most optimal playstyle I have seen was actually sword, and no, not sword. You would oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, actually no. So this is essentially the most optimal play, but I won't go with this one. I'm not gonna go with this one. I would actually sacrifice this staff because I actually whack a lot of things with the sword a lot more. I'm not the biggest guy in magic use, but it does affect the way, like I had mentioned, it does affect the way that you essentially, that your stats will begin in this game. Another thing I should also mention is if you're playing this on 1.5, I'd say go with the shield and then sacrifice the staff. That way you actually get new abilities that will actually help you out during the game. And for Kingdom Hearts 1, I think they don't have that rule set. But if you're playing on Proud Mode, make sure to do so if you want a better edge on the game. So essentially they're telling you that MP is magic points and HP is your hit points or health, whichever works. But alright, so you attack with X, and as you may have noticed, there's actually a so you have items, HP use. Items have essentially they have a bunch of useful things for you to do, and this is just telling you how to actually lock on to somebody. You lock on with L1. Another thing I'd say to when you're battling these shadows, try not locking on to these shadows, because for one thing, they don't really help out a lot. And what I mean to say is that they always end up going on the ground. And not only will you not be able to hit nobody when you're locked on to one target, but shadows essentially they're all gonna be surrounded you. So they're just gonna be attacking you from behind while you're just locking onto one target. So I'd say try not targeting on the shadows when you're fighting these types of artists, but you know, to each their own. Okay, so you go up to this door, and on the D-pad, that's how you can actually move the command box. So the actions you take, you actually just press X. That's how you attack. But there's also other actions that you may have to do. And the way you would have to go about doing that is by actually moving through the D-pad. And in this case, if you want to examine the door, you press X on examine. So when you have a question mark on top of your head, essentially you can just, it basically means that there's something that you can actually take action on a certain object or a certain person as well. So a chest, obviously you can open those. You can actually receive quite a lot of valuable items, really depending on where you look at, but they can also help out as well. So you can't really move your camera with the right stick. Just keep that in mind. The only way you can actually move is through R2 and L2. It is a bit old-fashioned, but I'm sure many of you guys have already noticed that this is a pretty old game to begin with. So the way you can actually view your items is actually, like I mentioned, cycle through your items on the command box, click through the items, and then you should see the potion that you just collected. But since I have no use for it, I might as well just not do it, you know. And as I mentioned before, whenever you see stars on a certain item, it essentially means that you can actually take an action on the item. So the way you can actually move, so as the tutorial had mentioned, you can actually move through first person, through the eyes of basically Sora himself. The only time you would do that is through Tidus, and like you had mentioned, like you were able to examine all other objects. You can also talk to other people by going up to them. You see that the attack action doesn't work on them, but it changes to talk. So you can always do that. For these three, they actually have an effect to your journey. And the way that it would work is that so depending on the action you take, it can actually affect the way you actually level up during the game. And if you really want to, you can always choose the first options for everything. And what I mean by that is If you choose the first if you ask him a question, so this is Titus. He's gonna ask you, what are you so afraid of? If you answer the top question for everybody, like the three people from these three Final Fantasy characters are gonna be asking you these questions, and the way you would go about it so is answering them giving them a different response, and it really depends on what you want to do. If you choose the first one for everybody, what essentially it comes down to is that it will actually help you level up from level 1 to level 50 faster. But the problem is that if you do so, you will be slowing down your level. You will be slowing your leveling. So that means essentially what that means is that you're gonna have to grind even harder to go from 51 to 99. And obviously the middle option does a normal average playthrough, you know. It's basically average for all areas, you know. And the third option is actually the opposite of the first. You would actually start out really slow from level 1 to level 50, so it's going to be really a little more tougher to actually grind out. But if you do so, it actually becomes much easier for you to actually grind from level 51 to level 99. For me, I think I'm actually going to go with the middle option. Because for one thing, it could be important. So this is Titus, this is Selphie, and this is Wakka. These two are actually from Final Fantasy X characters, and Selphie's, I think it's a Final Fantasy VIII, and yeah. So like I had mentioned, I'm gonna be taking the middle options for everything. But when doing so, I'm just gonna get an average normal playthrough. Obviously, you know, what that means is that I won't be getting an advantage in this game, but it will help me out immensely. As I had mentioned, you know, when actually fighting these shadows, I think it would be better for you to actually not lock onto these simply because, like I mentioned, they end up hiding once you do so. And like you see that they make it much harder for you to lock onto. And there's many times that I have actually forgotten to actually disable the lock on target. There was many times where I had actually disabled the lock on target, and I would keep forgetting about it. So what would that make me do is I would actually lose a lot of hits on other Heartless, which could have been used for any other attack. So as this game had mentioned, this is actually a save point. I do have quite a lot of memory save points, and I think once you start playing this game, you should actually start doing the same as well. So what I mean by that is you're actually gonna be start cycling through these save points, and you're gonna make multiple save files only to just in case you messed up, like you messed up pretty bad. And if you mess up pretty bad, you can always just go back further back into the past, just so you can rewrite that mistake. So this is called the dark side, and I'm already screwing it up, but oops. But this dark side is really slow. If you really don't care about your health at this point, I mean, I don't think you should do, but I'm already dying. That's great. Yeah, that's great. Essentially, you do want to beat him only for the experience, but since I have lost, you know, there's not really no one way to. Or you know what? Give me one. So, as I have mentioned, you can always just go back to the save file. You know, if something doesn't go in your favor, you can always do that. Like I have actually done so, like just now. But yeah, there's gonna be several other instances where you might want to do so. So just keep in mind that I think it'd be better to make multiple save files, at least for this game. as I had mentioned... Oh shit. I think it'd be best to just lock on at him. Don't worry too much about the shadows, you know, you can always attack them while you're already on the offense. There you go. I do want them for the experience, essentially, because I know that the experience is going to be real tight with this type of games. And I'm already getting screwed. Okay. I think I'll grind him for that experience as well. Okay, he's gonna drop, and then once he does that, I'm gonna go on the offense. Could actually parry the blast, but for one thing, I don't think it's. I do think it's essential, but for me, honestly, I never actually did it. So I think it would be best just to not try to do it if you can, but you know, essentially you don't really have to. Okay, and there we go. Go after his hand once again. And there we go.
Whoa! Give me a break, Kairi.
Sorry, you lazy bum. I knew that I'd find you snoozing down here.
No, this huge black thing swallowed me up. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't... Ow!
Are you still dreaming?
It wasn't a dream. Or was it? I don't know. What was that place? So bizarre.
Yeah, sure.
Say, Kairi, what was your hometown like? You know, where you grew up?
I've told you before. I don't remember.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
You ever want to go back?
Well, I'm happy here.
Really?
But you know, I wouldn't mind going to see it.
I'd like to see it too. Along with any other worlds out there. I want to see them all.
So what are we waiting for?
Hey! Aren't you guys forgetting about me? So, I guess I'm the only one working on the raft.
Ah!
And you're just as lazy as he is.
So you noticed. Okay, we'll finish it together. I'll race you.
Huh?
What? Are you kidding?
Ready? Go!
Alright, so for this part of the story, we're gonna be Kyrie's actually gonna be asking us for logs, one cloth, and rope. And the way we actually go about doing that is actually finding it throughout the entire Destiny Islands. So she will give you hints, you know, whenever you just want to actually, you know. You see? She will actually give you hints every now and then to see if you need help on actually finding logs. Or things in general, you know. So, as I had mentioned, these guys are still here.
Hey, what's happening, man?
You can always chill with them as well.
Ah, the breeze feels great.
Alright, for the next slog, I think it'd be better just to go through the logs. Find the log actually on the other side of the bridge. Right here. If you want to find the claws should be near the waterfall. Just near the treehouse, so it should be around. Oh, it's meant for another place, another time. As I have mentioned, the cloth is actually inside the tree house. And it should be on your left once you enter the tree house. For now, I'm just looking around, trying to see if there's anything I can maybe look out for. Like I had mentioned, you know, I'll always try making multiple save files, and that's my best recommendation, essentially because you don't know how long you may need before the next time you're going to be playing this game. cloth is just right here, you know. If you ever just want to find it. It should be just around here. Right around there, this area. You just need to go up the ladders. And then on your way to the left, it should be on your right when you enter. Or left as well. I'm not sure where they put it. But the way that happened for me is it was on the right. As for the rope, I don't know if you noticed, but you see where Titus is at right there? You should go to him. So the moment you reach him, right nearby where he is right there.
Hey, Sora! You feel lucky today?
Alright, so these mini games, as he noticed, these are actual mini games that you actually have to basically fight. So for Titus's mini game, you're gonna fight with him,
You're going down!
and let's say it's something special.
Alright.
I haven't done this in a while, so okay, he's doing flips on me, okay?
Come on!
There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, no, no, no.
Come on!
Come on, come on, come on.
You really think you can beat me?
Oh yeah, I can. Alright, give me a minute. Let me do it again.
You're going down!
Ooh, that was dirty. The moment you see him actually drop his guard like that, that's the best time to actually attack. Obviously, you know, there's any other openings that you can actually uncover.
Stop running away!
You know, you can always do that as well.
Stop running away! Stop running away!
There we go.
Oh man, I'm really off today.
If I remember as well, Sophie actually has some in the game as well. Yeah.
Okay, don't hold back.
Oh, but she's something else, huh?
You ready?
Like I had mentioned that experience is like really hard to grind these days.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Ooh. Conked my head. You know I ain't trying to beat up a girl, but we need Sulfur experience, boys.
Yeah!
Oh,
Better
We'll do it again this time.
Okay, don't hold back. You ready?
So like I mentioned that not all of the weaknesses are gonna be that obvious. Ooh.
You ready?
No.
You ready? You ready?
There we go.
Oh,
kinda had
I
a
can't
cheesy
believe I
feel.
lost.
Yeah.
Show me your stuff.
I'm good.
So if you ever notice, you actually have to time the balls, bro. It hurts. It's a pain to really, and you can't deflect those as well. There we go. I'm not doing that. Are you serious? Oh my god, bro.
Show me your stuff.
That's right. There we go.
Oh man, that really hurt.
Alright then. So Riku is something else, bro.
Hey! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! You still don't got it. Ha! Yeah! Hey! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! My turn.
Ooh.
Yeah! Come on!
Oh, I knew it.
Hey! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Yeah!
Ooh.
Yeah! Ha!
Yeah, this is a few times where
You
you
still
actually
don't got it. Yeah! 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 Yeah!
I just got lucky with that shot.
Yeah! Ha!
Oh. Nah, dude. I'm gonna get one on you.
Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Hey! Yeah! Don't tell me you're giving up already. Yeah! Yeah! You still don't got it. Yeah!
There we go.
Don't tell me you're giving up already. It's my turn. Yeah! Yeah! Hey! Come on! Yeah! Ha! Don't tell me you're giving up already. Hey! Yeah! Don't tell me you're giving up already. Yeah! Hey! Don't tell me you're giving up already. Yeah! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Yeah!
Stop fucking
I
climbing.
still don't got it. What are you afraid of?
Oh, damn. Just because I left it. Yeah. It ain't worth it, boys.
So, Kyrie's home is out there somewhere, right?
Could be. We'll never know by staying here.
But how far could a raft take us?
Who knows? If we have to, we'll think of something else.
So, suppose you get to another world. What would you do there?
Well, I haven't really thought about it. It's just, I've always wondered why we're here, on this island. If there are any other worlds out there, why did we end up on this one? And suppose there are other worlds. Then ours is just a little piece of something much greater. So, we could have just as easily ended up somewhere else, right?
I don't know.
Exactly. That's why we need to go out there and find out. Just sitting here won't change a thing. It's the same old stuff. So let's go.
You've been thinking a lot lately, haven't you?
Thanks to you. If you hadn't come here, I probably would have never thought of any of this. Kairi, thanks.
You're welcome.
Sora! You wanted one, didn't you?
A Palpu fruit?
If two people share one, their destinies become intertwined. They'll remain a part of each other's lives, no matter what. Come on, I know you want to try it.
What are you talking?
Man, this is already becoming juicy, bro.
Good morning, Your Majesty. It's nice to see you this one. What? Wake up, Goofy! Wake up! This is serious!
Hey there, Donald. Good
We
morning.
got a problem, Goofy. But don't tell anyone.
Ooh, Queen Minnie?
Not even the Queen.
Daisy?
No! It's top secret.
Oh, good morning, ladies.
What?
It's pretty crazy. Alright. I think I'll save around here. I think we'll be back for part 2 later on. Alright. Thank you guys for enjoying this video. If you would like to see more, make sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. and share this video, please, so I can actually have more people actually have a better time controlling this awfully confusing game. But if you would like to see more videos on this, I will be making this playthrough throughout as a series. Eventually I will be finishing this series, so I would like to make these types of videos. But if you have any other types of videos as well, or other comments, please make sure to write them down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you then. Later.